Hello, friends. In today's Learn English Through History story, we will explore a secret CIA mission that failed and changed the world forever. In April 1961, the world watched a small island. Radios whispered, presidents waited, soldiers moved quickly in the dark. A secret plan was already in motion. It was bold, it was risky, and it was about to fail in a way no one expected. This is the story of a mission planned by the Central Intelligence Agency. It was designed to remove a leader and change a country. Instead, it changed history in a different way, and the consequences lasted for decades. After the Cuban Revolution, Fidel Castro took power. He promised change. He spoke about equality and independence, but very quickly he built a close relationship with the Soviet Union. These varied leaders in Washington, the United States, feared that communism was spreading. The Cold War was already tense. Every decision felt dangerous. Every move felt like a test of strength. Cuba was only 19 miles from Florida. That distance felt too close for comfort. Inside the CIA, officials began discussing a secret solution. They believed Castro could be removed if Cuban exiles returned and started on uprising. The idea sounded simple on paper. Trained fighters sent them back, the people would join them. The plan was approved under President John F. Kennedy. He was young and new in office. He inherited the operation from the previous administration. Advisors told him it would work. They promised success. In secret camps, Cuban exiles trained for months. They learned how to fight, how to land on beaches, and how to survive attacks. They believed they were fighting for their homeland. They believed their people would support them. The operation was called the Bay of Pigs invasion. The name sounded simple. The reality was not. It depended on secrecy and surprise. If either failed, the mission would collapse. On the night before the invasion, the atmosphere was tense. Ships moved toward Cuba quickly. Planes prepared to strike Cuban airfields. Everything depended on timing. Everything depended on confusion. But confusion didn't happen in the way planners expected. The first airstrikes were meant to destroy Castro's air force. If Cuban planes survived, they could attack the invaders easily. Some targets were hit, but not all. Key aircraft remained ready. This small failure would grow larger. On April 17, 1961, the Exile Brigade landed at the Bay of Pigs. They expected support from the Cuban population. Instead, they faced organized resistance. Castro's forces responded quickly. Communication problems made everything worse. Radio messages became disparate. The invaders asked for more air support. They needed protection inside the White House. President Kennedy faced a difficult decision. If he sent full American support, the world would know the United States were directly involved. Kennedy chose to limit open military involvement. He feared international reaction. He feared Soviet response. The head hesitation became a turning point. Without strong air cover, the exiled forces were exposed and vulnerable. Cuban tanks moved toward the beaches. Aircraft attacked from above. Supplies ran low. Ammunition decreased. The plane uprising never happened. Most Cubans didn't join the invasion. The expected rebellion stayed silent. Within 3 days, the mission was collapsing. Fighters were captured. Some were killed, others surrendered. The world's media quickly reported the failure. The secret was no longer secret, the embarrassment was public. For the CIA, this was a shocking moment. They had promised success, they believed in the plan, but they underestimated Castro's control. They overestimated local support and that misjudged how events would unfold. President Kennedy took responsibility publicly. He admitted the failure. Their decision showed political courage, but the damage was done. America looked weak. Castro looked stronger than ever. The Soviet Union watched carefully. Inside Cuba, Castro used the invasion to increase his power. He told his people that the United States wanted to destroy their revolution. Many citizens believed him. Nationalism grew stronger, opposition became more difficult. The failure also changed the relationship between Kennedy and the CIA. Trust was shaken, advisors were replaced, questions were asked about intelligence, planning, and honestly, it was not only a military failure, it was a leadership lesson. But the story does not end at the beach. The consequences moved far beyond Cuba. The Soviet Union saw opportunity if America failed once. Maybe it could be challenged again. The Cold War tension deepened. In 1962, just 1 year later, the world entered the Cuban Missile Crisis. Soviet missiles were placed in Cuba. The world came closer to nuclear war than ever before. Some historians believe the failed invasion pushed Cuba closer to Moscow. The CIA mission that failed did not move Castro, instead, it strengthened him. It didn't reduce Cold War fear, it increased it. Sometimes failure does more than success. Sometimes mistakes reshape global politics. For English learners, this story teaches powerful vocabulary. Words like invasion, exile, uprising, resistance, and consequence becomes clearer when connected to real events. History makes language alive and meaningful. But beyond language, there is the deeper lesson. Intelligence agencies operate in shadows. They depend on information and prediction. When information is wrong, the results can be dramatic. The Bay of Pigs became an example studied for decades. Inside Washington, officials asked, why did no one stop the plan? Why did so many believe in it? Group thinking played a role. Confidence replaced caution. Doubts were not loud enough. Young President Kennedy learned a hard lesson early in his presidency. He later changed how he made decisions. During the Cuban Missile Crisis, he listened more carefully to different opinions. Some say the failure helped him avoid a bigger disaster. The CIA also changed. New systems were developed. Analysis became more careful. The agency understood that secret operations carry public risks. Trust, once lost, is difficult to rebuild. For the Cuban exiles who fought, the story was personal. Many spent years in prison before being released. They felt abandoned, they felt betrayed. For them, it was not only geopolitics, it was their homeland. This mission shows how powerful nations can still make mistakes. Planning is not always enough, confidence is not always strength, and secret operations can quickly become international headlines. Yet the Cold War didn't stop, both sides continued competing in technology, space exploration, and military power. The failed invasion became one chapter in a long and dangerous story between superpowers. For English learners, this story offers more than vocabulary. Words like covert, sabotage, oversight, accountability, and intervention became meaningful through real events. Language connected to history stays longer in memory. But there is a deeper human lesson. Institutions are made of people. People make decisions under pressure. Fear influences judgment. Pride influences strategy. Intelligence agencies are not machines, they are human systems. The CIA mission that failed teaches that secrecy does not guarantee success. Sometimes secrecy hides weaknesses. When criticism is limited, mistakes grow quickly. Internationally, the failure strengthened Cuba's relationship with the Soviet Union. It increased tension. It indirectly contributed to the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962. One failed invasion created conditions for an even greater danger. During that crisis, the world stood close to nuclear war. Communication and restraint served humanity. Ironically, the earlier failure may have taught leaders to act more carefully later. When we expose history, the goal is not simple blame, it is understanding. The CIA believed it was defending national security, but methods matter, strategy matters, consequences matters. Even today, intelligence agencies operate globally. This work is secret by nature. Some missions succeed quickly, others fail loudly. History reminds us to ask questions respectfully and think critically. The Bay of Pigs remains one of the most studied intelligence failures in modern history. Military academies analyze it, political leaders reference it, analysts use it as a case study in risk management. And what about the human cost? Cuban soldiers died, exile fighters were imprisoned, families suffered. Behind every strategic decision are real lives. In storytelling, this mission feels dramatic. It has secret training camps, night landings, political pressure, and public embarrassment. But beyond drama, it shows how power must be balanced with responsibility. For your English journey, stories like this improve more than vocabulary. They improve critical thinking. You learn how history connects events. You understand cause and effect. The CIA mission that failed didn't destroy the agency, it reshaped it. It didn't end the Cold War, it intensified it. It didn't remove Castro, it strengthened him. Sometimes failure becomes a teacher, sometimes exposure becomes reform, sometimes embarrassment becomes wisdom. As you continue learning English through history stories, remember that language and history grow together. When you understand global events, you understand global conversations. This was not just a secret mission, it was a turning point in Cold War politics. It was a reminder that even powerful organizations can miscalculate, and that is why the story still matters today. Because history is not only about success, it is also about mistakes that changed the world. If you listen carefully, every failure teaches something, and sometimes the machines that fail speak louder than the machines that succeed.